What's up guys, it's your boy, Still Needs an Intro, and today I'm going to show you how to change your car's brake pads. Now the car in question yet again is this wonderful 2003 V6 Mustang owned by yours truly, Bradley Tice. What you're going to do first is go ahead and loosen your lug nuts, and then you're going to want to go under your car and find a good jacking point. Now, once you have the wheels off of the car, the first thing that you're going to do is come on the back side of your caliper. You're going to have one bolt on the top here and another bolt on the bottom right here. So once you unbolt these, it'll loosen the caliper from the bracket itself, and you'll simply just lift up the caliper. All right, once you get the caliper pulled off and it simply just pulls out of its place, you can balance it on top of the rotor, or what a lot of people like to do is they take a bungee and they hook it to it, and then they hook it somewhere up in here. But since the only thing that's up here is the fender liner, we just chose to balance it on the rotor. So then your pads just pull right out of place. So just kind of wiggle them back and forth, and you can tell that these have very little life left on it. And then if you take a really close look, you can see when the sun hits it, there's a crack that goes all the way down the face of it, which is no bueno. We don't want that, because then that's when explodey things happen. So let's go ahead and move over to the passenger side. Now one thing, if it's being stubborn, you can take and grab a flathead screwdriver or pry bar, and you can just pry up on the end of it, and that'll help you kind of wiggle it out of its place. Just in case you're wondering what a bad brake pad looks like, that would be it right there. Even if you take a look at the other side, it's still pretty low on life, so it's a good thing that we're replacing these now. Now whenever you take the calipers off and you go to put the new brake pads in, you'll notice that the new brake pads are significantly thicker than the old ones. So in order to make room, you'll need to push in these pistons here, and you have a couple different options. Here's this one. This is a tool that's specifically for it. It's supposed to mimic the shape of a brake pad, but it just slips in there, and you screw this in and it pushes up against the piston. But you can also use a hydraulic clamp if you're really fancy, or if you're not, you just use a C-clamp. It all works the same. But all you just want to do is give yourself enough clearance to put in the new brake pads. When you install the pads, you're going to want the curved side to be facing the outside of the rotor, because that's the direction it's going to go. You can't put it in backwards. So this one, since the curve is on this side of it, we're going to come around on the back side, and it's going to fit right inside of these little grooves here, and another one down here at the bottom. Just like that, the passenger side is done. And we went ahead and painted the brake calipers too, just to kind of freshen them up a little bit. But you can see there is the new brake pads. You can see all the brake life that's on it, and everything is tightened up. So let's go ahead and put the wheels back on it. Just like so. She's on the ground. Now, when you go to get back in your car, you are going to want to pump your brakes a couple times just to make sure the pads squeeze all the way down on it. And then you might want to drive up and down your street and just go like 20-30 miles an hour tops, just to make sure that the pads are completely coming in contact with the rotor itself. Now, if you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, please be sure to drop a like and share it with your friends. If you'd consider subscribing, click over here. If you want to see what YouTube recommends you watch next, click over here. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys next time.